Hi, I'm Rick Dior, and welcome back to my Portraits in Rhythm series. So this book is by Anthony Cirone, terrific snare drum book, and this is solo number 33. Not too bad, not too difficult. A few little things here. The book's getting much harder now. After you hit solo 30, the rest of it's more difficult than the first part. But they don't go necessarily in any kind of order as far as difficulty is concerned. So let's talk a little about this. The beginning here, I'm doing mostly one-handed so I can get this even. By the time we get to the third line, though, we're using both hands significantly more. And this is sort of a triplet feel and also straight at the same time. So it goes between triplets and sixteenths. So let's play the first two lines just so you can hear the phrasing, and then we'll get on to the hard stuff. 3, 4. So you see how tight I'm playing those flams. Now, on to line 3 and 4. So, in these lines, pay careful attention to the triplet subdivision. All right? It's very tricky. So let me play this for you. 1, 2. So you see there how I'm kind of bouncing a lot of this. That's the trick for this. It goes by so fast, especially the second line or second measure of line 4. So here's line 4 slowly. See, I'm doing that with one hand because the right hand's hitting first. All right? And then we're on to line 5 and line 6 and line 7. So now we have these crushed rolls, and I do them with two hands. You could go with one hand. There's nothing wrong with that, but they're a little thicker with two hands. So let's try this. Here's line 5. 1, 2. Okay, so a little less there, third bar of line 6. All right, now let's do this slowly for you so you can see it. And we're going to subdivide with the 8th note here. So we'll do line 6 and just pay careful attention to these crushed rolls. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Very physical doing that. Now, if we do it with one hand, it would sound like this. Same thing. 1, 2. So you see there how I'm doing that with the right hand, and then the left hand is filling in. But again, I do it with both hands. So now let's go back to original tempo 72 and play that for you from line 6. And we'll take off the 8th note here. 1, 2. So you really got to tighten up and push in there, okay? And then we're at this tricky technical part, line 8. We'll go do line 8 and 9, lines 8 and 9. And the sticking here, well, you'll see it, and then I'll slow it down. 1, 2. Now let me slow that down for you so you can see it clearly. So I'm doing a lot of doubles. It's a good thing that when I was young, I worked a lot on rudimental drumming because this is where it comes in handy, these kinds of things. So now I'll play lines 8 and 9 up to tempo. 1 and 2 and. Now notice I didn't go to the edge there, just because it happened so fast. So I'm staying right off center, okay? And then we'll finish this out for you here. We'll do lines 10 and 11. 1, 2. As in many of these solos, that last note should be really strong, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this. So I will play this again, and I'll mute the metronome so you can hear it without the metronome. And we'll see you next time with solo number 34.